Hey everybody, so I want to make a video today based off of a circle of fourths idea in rhythm changes. It's kind of a cliche type sound, but I think it's important to recognize and know what it is, and then you can manipulate it and use it multiple ways. So let me give you a little bit of a history on this. When I was studying with Larry McKenna and we were at Temple University years ago, again, this is like more than 30 years ago, he was taking me through rhythm changes, and of course in the wonderful Larry way, he would also recommend recordings that I listened to. And so he actually lent me a recording of the Eternal Triangle. So this was off of an album by Dizzy Gillespie, and it had Sonny Stitt and Sonny Rollins. And Sonny Stitt and Sonny Rollins on this recording of the Eternal Triangle are trading back and forth before Dizzy even plays a solo. Like the tune goes on for like 8-9 minutes before Dizzy plays his solo. It's just Sonny Rollins, then Sonny Stitt, and then they start trading. Anyway, so that Eternal Triangle, it's a rhythm changes head, like a beboppy kind of head with a little bit of a different bridge. It's got like 2 5s in the bridge. So the head is this. I'll try to play it. And then they're into the blowing on it. So I think, like I said, I think Sonny Rollins takes the first solo and then Sonny Stitt takes a solo. But I was captivated by this idea. At about like 8 minutes or so, I heard this in a solo. It was a trading section. I heard this kind of like a weird progression in the beginning of the A section. And, you know, I asked Larry about it. Larry was really great in helping me discern what it was. And it really was like a circle of fourths progression. By the way, Larry loved that recording, and he just thought Sonny Stitt and Sonny Rollins, like he couldn't say enough good things about it. He loved both of those players, by the way. Loved Sonny Stitt and Sonny Rollins, but he actually told a funny Sonny Stitt story that I won't share here, but it was a tremendously funny story for all of us. But Larry really loved Sonny Stitt, and if you listen to Larry play, you can hear all those influences. So anyway, here is the progression. So the rhythm changes progression. You have 1 6 2 5 3 6 2 5 1, and then the 1 dominant, and then goes to the 4 chord. So this idea, the substitution happened here in these first 2 bars, but it was really based off of this. So what is the substitution I'm talking about? Well, this wasn't the exact line that whoever it was in that recording played, but it was this idea. Anyway, I messed it up there. Okay, so that's better. So now, what is that substitution? Because I heard it and I recognized it way back when as kind of like, I think that's moving in fourths. And the reason I recognize it moving in fourths is because of the great John Cooper, who I studied with, and we did everything in fourths. Major scales, arpeggios, minor scales, all the modes, everything that we did, he took me through all 12 keys through the circle of fourths. And the reason really was, I mean, and he said that, you know, I could move in half steps as well and all that, but moving through the circle of fourths, you get the idea of 5-1. So like if I start in the key of C, C is the 5 of the next key, which is a fourth away. A fourth away from C is F. So C is the 5 of F. A fourth away from F, B flat. F is the 5 of B flat. That's why we would always do things in the circle of fourths. So I'm going to put the circle of fourths here, but I need to know where to start. So the goal is that I get to here, to E, right? So what comes before E? What is the 5 of E? Well, that would be B. What's the 5 of B? F sharp. What's the 5 of F sharp? C sharp. What's the 5 of C sharp? G sharp. Okay, so now I make these major, or dominant actually. And then to get the sound that we're looking for, I make all of these dominant as well. E, A, D, G, and now I'm at C. So now here's my circle of fourths, but I'm starting on G sharp. G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B, E, A, D, G, C. And then I end up on C on the downbeat of the 5th bar. Now, I could think of it that way, working backwards, or I could just think of, okay, let me put myself in the key of E. Well, let me just go 3-6 in that key. 3-6-2-5. So what's 3 of E? G sharp. What's 6? C sharp. What's 2? F sharp. What's 5? B. So now I've got a longer progression. So I just go 3-6-2-5 to the key, to the 3rd here. This is the 3 of, so that there'll be 3 of the key of C. I don't care, it doesn't really matter how you think about it, but this is the cliche sound and this is how you get to it, or this is what it is. So if I just do the arpeggios, now here I am at C. Now if I do a pattern, starting, so I'll do this pattern 3, 5, 1, flat 7. Now I end up on the 3rd of the C chord here. So this is that cliche type pattern, and it's a really great sound to use if you were soloing. A lot of people use it. I mean, I've heard Joel Fromm use this kind of sound, not necessarily in that cliche line, like he manipulates it and makes it just unbelievable. But this at least would give you another option and a way to use your circle of fourths. So let's just say you played 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so this is a really interesting sound. It is a very cliche sound. Very cliche sound. But if you've heard it before in rhythm changes, because a lot of players like to use this, this is what it is. So here you go. Here's the cliche line one more time. Oh, stuck there. So that's a cliche line, and it starts circle of fourths right there. So it's really the circle of fourths. The other way you can think of it, whatever key you're in doing rhythm changes, you can start it on the flat 6 or sharp 5, however you want to think about it. All right, there you go. There's a cliche sound, circle of fourths, rhythm changes. Hope it helps.